Hey guys, how's it going? Steveo's chewing gum. Probably never seen me do this before, but this is one of the first things I do before I start working my bees. This is propolis. And the reason I come to this particular hive, it's got a warped lid, and they really thicken it up. They really thicken up the propolis along this edge because it's warped. This is the side that goes over is the warped the most. And got some black bees in here, yellow bees. Steveo has a lot of different races of bees. But yeah, it's this old Steveo's chewing gum. Now don't bite down hard. I just kind of gnaw on it the whole time I'm working my bees. Wow. Speaking of propolis, this trap's out of commission here. I've completely sealed it up. So I got to put a beetle barn in here. Or another one of these homemade ones. Yeah, what I'm doing today, guys, is another round of oxalic acid vapor. I did one four days ago, and I'm going to do 5 rounds, 4 days apart, on all my colonies, and then I'm going to set up once a month, all during the winter, to keep these varroa mites in check. So that's what we'll do today. Come on, smoker. Probably won't even need my smoker today. Anyway, I had a good conversation with old Jim. You know, the media, this whole election thing's just been going crazy, you know. The lies and the deception and the brainwashing. It's just amazing what's going on. It's quite amusing, the shenanigans that goes on in life. But anyway, talking with old Jim. Now you've heard me talk about Big Jim before. Big old black guy. Mountain of a man. Oh, he's Democratic too, by the way. Can you believe that? Steveo talking to a Democrat. I love the old guy. He's a great guy. I've worked with him for years and years and years. But his grandmother raised him. And for whatever reason, I never got the story on that. I don't need to stroll down that memory lane. But anyway, she told Big Jim way back, you do not listen to Republicans. They are not for the working man. You listen to Democrats. You're a Democrat the rest of your life. And by golly, he's been a Democrat his entire life. He's 90, he turned 90. I think he turned 91 a few months back. And anyway, yeah, I was talking with him the other day. His poor guy's got diabetes. He's just had a crappy health, food lifestyle his entire life. It's all self-inflicted, but he was never told the proper human diet from these corrupt doctors. That's why old Steveo gets triggered, with these doctors, because no one's telling the truth. And our government really isn't telling the truth about nutrition and diet and whatnot. By the way, don't do this chewing gum thing unless you know you're not allergic to bee products, because this could set you up for, an allergic reaction that you don't want. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, this is excellent. The properties of propolis, by the way, are unbelievable. Antiviral. Maybe this is the reason a lot of old fart beekeepers like myself never get sick. Because we do stuff like this to maintain our health. And you have to be healthy and strong, or you're not going to be a beekeeper, because you have to lift these heavy boxes, okay? But I think between the bee venom, propolis, and occasional little bit of honey, just a little bit, not a lot, keeps our immune system maximum, okay? Enough of that. Back to Jim. Would you believe it? Just sit down for this one, guys. Just sit down for this one, okay, when I tell you this. Now, here's Jim. I think he's 91 now. He did not know, you ready for this? He did not know Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. That's how much brainwashing is going on with the Democrats, and brainwashing especially the blacks. And sit down for this one too. Stay sitting down, because he did not know the Democrats were the KKK. Unbelievable what's going on. The lies, the deception and whatnot. And with all the shenanigans that's going on right now, guys, I think my main man Trump may end up pulling this off. I really do. His main boy, Giuliani, he's on it. The corruption, they're finding out the corruption with Dominion and this other company with these servers, picking winners and losers and selling these to these corrupt politicians, these systems. Yeah, the whole can of worms is getting opened up, and they're getting caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, the Demis have been getting into the cookies a little bit too much, and we still may win this thing, guys. So don't lose hope. You know, even if they do win, say they do pull this crazy, corrupt thing off, even if they do get in, their boy Biden, in 4 years, the people are going to really see the mess that's been created, and we're going to go back to a Republican, and hopefully it's Donald Trump. But let's keep our fingers crossed that he never gets out of the office, okay? I just thought I'd throw that little tidbit in before we get cranking. I hate to throw these political stuff things at you, but the truth is the truth, okay? And if you're brainwashed and you can't accept the truth and you want to keep going with this Democratic crazy narrative, hey, go for it. God bless you. Go for it. Just keep it up and hang in there. But, you know, time always has a way of discovering what's what, who's who, and whatever, okay? So don't get crying in your beer, pouting and whining like we see so much on the left when they don't get their own way. They're like little babies. And anyway, I got to get into this. We'll take you around here a little bit. I'll show you the Rick Storm Vaporizer again. I'm sure you've seen it, me use it before. Very good tool. I haven't had any issues with it. And it pumps the acid out good. I use a full gram. I use a full gram on a hive like this. I'll use a full gram on that one, a full gram on this one. Actually, you could use 2 grams on it, 2 rounds. But the cup itself only holds about 1. That little 5-frame nook over there, I'll give it a ½ gram. And others, I've got some more 2-framers over there. I switched one already, 2-framer into a 5. So that's rolling. I've cleaned this out. I brought some over here that made it. Some died out. I don't think I'll do any more October. I don't think I'll do any more October nooks. I just don't think I had a good enough mating on these queens. Some did good though. I did have good luck. I just don't think we have the massive amounts of drones in the air that we need for good matings here in October. But I'm sure there's other beekeepers who prove me wrong, and that's fine, whatever. But personally, my experience from this year, I think September I'm going to shut her down and Yeah, not do nothing in October. So that's my little spin on queen breeding, but it won't be long. February will be here soon, and we get into her and get rocking and rolling on these queens, because I want to produce a lot of them. We got all this stuff here to fill up. We got all this equipment here to fill up, all these two-frame nooks here. We got these fives. We got fives over there, fives over here. So we got a lot of equipment we can fill with queens. So let's get into this. We will, I'll go around here and start vaping some of these colonies. Yeah, my Beetle barns, guys, I just keep in a 2 gallon Ziploc here, and I leave them open, especially after I clean them. I'll set them on a towel and let them air dry out, and then we just come in and reload them. I reload them with this stuff here. Just 2 or 3, 3 or 4 little dots in here. That's all you need. Something like that right there. You get the 4 dots, pull a little back on this and it'll suck that back in so it doesn't ooze out on you. So that little guy's ready to go right there. Make sure these are snapped down tight. As soon as they plug these up, which takes about a month, get them out, put them in a Ziploc, throw them in your freezer for 24 hours, and pop them open. Put on some rubber gloves, and all this propolis that's plugged up in here will snap right out. And then get you some Dawn detergent in a little bucket and hot water, and rinse these out real well. And like I said, and let them air dry. I've got I think 10 large colonies out there, so we're going to give them a full gram here. That's what they look like. When Rick sells you this vaporizer, this Rick vaporizer right here, when he sells you this here vaporizer, he gives you two of these cups. With a tool. And I'm sure you can get, like I did, get extras from him. Because if you've got a lot of, wandering back and forth, this way here you can load up a bunch of cups and rock and roll with this operation here. See? Them little light nooks, I just do a half a gram, about like this here. Not like that, I just guesstimate it. I think we got about 7 of those left. I sold some the other day. I sold some nooks the other day. Hope to have a bunch more this spring. Alright, let's get out here and get this, start vaping these bees. silicone mitts, guys. Check it out. Silicone mitts, 400. Take 400 some degree heat. Got them at them kitchen stores. What I want to show you here is this is the old Steveo invention. Vape plug, I call it. SD vape plug. There's where your vaporizer goes in. But what'll happen, you'll build up in here. You'll build up in here. When this thing gases out, sometimes it'll start solidifying a little bit in here and it'll start building up. So at the end of the run, get in here. Be careful with a screwdriver so you don't stab yourself. And just get in here and knock that stuff out, okay? And when this tool hits maximum, this right now is about 460 degrees, you'll start making a pinging sound. You want to put that thing on there like this. Just snug it up. Just snug it up on there. You know, just snug it up. Keep it turned down until you get it in the hole, and then rotate it. And give it a little hit like that. That acid will drop. Now I'm doing this without a respirator. I suggest you use a respirator. Definitely get you some protection, either cheap Harbor Freight welding gloves or something like this, these silicone gloves. They're oven mitts. Silicone oven mitts work great. So yeah, kind of get your wind. The wind's coming kind of at me here like this. See, my trees are blowing here at me. So get on the high side of this stuff because you don't want to get a lung full of it. It's nasty stuff. There's my chewing gum. It's gray. It's a consistent gray. Now what I'll do with it when I'm done walking around the yard, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cram it right in that crack right there. It's kind of like sticking your gum to the bedpost overnight and you come back in the morning, you know, get your gum off the bedpost. I'll put it right in there. Maybe I'll use it next time. After the bees clean it up, put it back in there where they want it. You ever heard of such a crazy thing in your whole life? All right. Coming along, these bees have got a lot of Brazilian pepper honey in them right now. We'll just leave it in there for them. Get in these beehives every month, guys. Take a peekaboo in these hives every month. Open the top, look in there. If you have to, pull a frame. And I don't care if you're in the far north, pick a good day. Go out there, it won't hurt. Peek in there, because these things are starving out. You don't see honey in there or whatever, get some food in there for them. Put dry sugar, whatever you got to do. Make sugar cakes. You can add another super, put it down in there for them. Put them in a little pan, a little something for them to get at it. Don't let these bees starve out, and don't let these mites overrun your colonies. Moving along and singing my song. Go Trump, go Trump. Make America great again. Yeah. Look at that ugly gray stuff. It's fantastic, guys. It's fantastic. Let's roll it into a little snake-like. If you're wondering where the bees are getting this stuff from, guys, they're getting it out of evergreen trees. Trees that have needles on them. And she is some kind of sticky, guys. Yeah. Thanks, girls, for letting me borrow your propolis. They'll take that stuff, guys, and tear it down and move it wherever they want to. Yeah. Yeah, it's made out of evergreen, from evergreen sap, from evergreen trees. Anything with a needle on it, not leaves, needles, is the only thing I know that these bees are collecting this propolis from. It's just resin, you know, like sap and resin. They mix it with their own spit, and then I mix it with my own spit and give it back to them. How's that? Let's keep moving on. My silicone mitts are too small for me. I think Miss Daisy, they got that for her hands. My hands are too big for them things. So I'm back to my welding mitts here. They're making a roaring sound, guys. Here's a little hive I switched over. This girl was pumping out some serious eggs. One of my brand new queens here. And so let me get my plug here. Put this one back together right quick. As you can see, I'm keeping the syrup on these guys. Hope they'll fatten them up. Heck, it's 80-some degrees today. Today's the November 15th. 80-some degrees here in sunny Florida. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Nice little colony here. Little sweetheart. Hippie John next door, my Australian buddy over here, he just texted me. He said the Bidens have a dance called the Stomp Trump, but they weren't ready for the Trump stomp. That's a good one, Hippie John. Alrighty, guys, getting wrapped up here. This little colony here is doing good. Carnolian Italian cross in here. She's doing really well. This is one we put together a few months back, about 2 months ago, and she's blowing it out. I'm gonna keep the food on her. She'll have this slam full of bees here for long. Here's the old Martin hive here. You guys remember the Martin hive? She's running up and down on 20 frames of comb right now, guys. 20 frames of comb. They're just bringing in pollen like you would not believe in sunny Florida. Thanks for stopping by old Steveo's base camp today. And I'm so happy. I'm just so happy that you guys got to see me today. Isn't that something? It is just beautiful, isn't it? So maybe you learned a little something today. Hopefully you learned about corruption. Yeah, corruption. It's amazing, isn't it? But we're going to get it figured out, guys. Don't get depressed. Even if we don't win this very corrupt situation, we eventually will, because, you know, truth and honesty always does prevail, and it'll come out, you know. We'll see. Time will tell. Be strong, be happy, because we got to keep getting her on. You know that. See ya.